Today's lesson is about zero and negative exponents. With zero exponents, anything raised to the zero power equals 1. 6 to the zero power equals 1. 3.5 to the zero power equals 1. Negative 12 to the zero power equals 1. Be careful if you see a negative in front, but not in the parentheses. You have to use the order of operations. You cannot do 0 to the zero power. Your calculator will say that it's an error. That answer will be undefined. Zero exponents are easy. Negative exponents are a little bit trickier. Think of the negative exponent as making a reciprocal, or flipping the fraction. 6 to the negative 1 then will become 1 over 6 to the first. And then you can simplify and make that 1/6. 6 and 1/6 are reciprocals. If I do 8 to the negative 1, I'll do the same process. I do 1 over 8 to the first, and then simplify, and that becomes 1 over 8. Notice the exponent stays the same. So if I do 5 to the negative 3, it'll become 1 over 5 to the third. See, the 3's are the same. And then I will simplify. 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. Be careful not to multiply 5 times 3. That's a silly mistake. Here's the last example for these. If I do negative 4 to the negative second, I do 1 over negative 4 to the second. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. Those two negatives make a positive. If I do 0 to the negative fifth power, that becomes 1 over 0 to the fifth. You cannot divide by 0, so this answer is undefined. Things get a little trickier when we have fractions. But again, think of the negative exponent as a reciprocal. So first, I'm going to take the 1/4 and I'm going to flip it. So notice the 1/4 to the negative second is the same as 4 over 1 to the positive second. Then when you simplify, you get 16. If I have 2/3 to the negative third, the first thing I'm going to do is flip it. So I'm going to take the negative exponent and use that to flip the fraction. So 2/3 to the negative third is the same as 3 over 2 to the positive third. Now I'm going to do the exponent and simplify. 3 to the third power is 27, and 2 to the third power is 8. So 27 over 8 is the final answer. You can leave your improper fractions as improper. Just make sure that it's simplified. 27 and 8 do not have any common factors, so that is simplified. Finally, we have to deal with variables. So 5 times x to the negative fifth. That negative 5 exponent is only on the x. The 5 does not have an exponent. You can think of it as a ticket. The 5 does not have a ticket. The x has a ticket. So it is going to go to the other side. X to the negative fifth is the same as 1 over x to the fifth. And so the final answer will be 5 over x to the fifth. Pretty simple, right? In this case, 4x is in parentheses. So everything inside the parentheses is going to get that exponent negative 3. Use the same rule from before. The negative exponent is a reciprocal. So I'm going to take that negative exponent and rewrite it as 1 over 4x in parentheses to the third power. Then I will simplify that. 4 to the third is 64 because it's 4 times 4 times 4, and then x to the third. So this would be the simplified answer here, 1 over 64 x to the third.